Okay, guys, ignore the fact that I have like bedroom hair, like from sleeping and having weird dreams. Um, Today is the last day that I'm going to record my 30-day video challenge and finishing up days 28, 29, and 30. So starting with day 28, something that you miss. Um, I really miss knowing where everything is and being able to go to those places in Arizona. As much as I do love San Francisco, as far as the atmosphere for people, um, the mom and pop shops, the consistent, like every time you go to a new place, you discover something different. As much as I love that, I also miss like the chains or like the places in Arizona that are very common. Like for example, we had a Hot Topic in the mall and it just closed, or at least I think it closed because I couldn't find it last time I was there. I went to the exact spot that it was supposed to be, and it closed. It's like, dude, Hot Topic's awesome, and it's a chain, and like I should be able to get clothes in person there. And they were having like a lot of sales, so maybe they did go out of business for sure, like permanently. But it's like, then where do I go to Hot Topic? Like I have to go all the way down the peninsula to get to another one and spend like $8 just getting there to go to another Hot Topic. So it's really annoying. Um, and things like Native New Yorker, we don't have those here. That's like a chain that like basically was Arizona related. And there's a few of them in Texas, and that's about it. Let's see what else. I don't know. I just miss like being able to go somewhere and knowing like the deals and knowing the specials and stuff. Here, I am getting to know them, which is great. Like for example, Q Bar is a club. It's a queer club and it's a mixed club, and it's probably like the best one you could go to that has equal amounts of like lesbians and dudes, gay guys. Um, and it's like it's free to get into it. Like all the other clubs have like seriously like $15, $20 covers, and this one's free. Like you only have to pay $2 for coat check if you bring a coat. And you don't have to because some nights it's just warm enough that you don't need to bring a coat, or you could wear your coat. Inside it gets really hot though, because there's not really like any moving air in there. Um, but I guess my point is like I'm starting to learn places like that, or like Old Town Sushi in San Mateo is definitely the best sushi place I've been to, and like the cheapest and the freshest sushi, and it's even better than Sakatini. And sorry, Sakatini, even when you were good, even when you were really good, it was still better than you. So, um, I'm getting to know the places and that stuff, but I really just miss, being able to go to things like changing hands and whatever, and having like people I know at those locations and being able to say hi to those people and make maybe getting discounts because I know people there. So I guess really what I need to do though is I just need to work on getting to know people here, getting to know their shops here, so that like once they recognize me and they see me consistently, then I'll be treated more like a celebrity, person that's coming in. To do stuff, to do whatever, to buy books, to buy sushi, whatever. Okay, day 29, goals for the next 30 days. Ooh, this is really exciting. Well, I'm getting all giddy about it. Um, I have a PowerPoint presentation that I need to finish for convention, and I am planning on finishing it by like Monday, which I know is like last minute because there's like 3 days left until convention after that, or 3 days at least until I'm traveling. But by Monday, I should be able to have that done. I'm just waiting on some people to finish some things. When did I give them the date? I gave them the date of the 3rd. So like in a couple of days, they should be done with their surveys, and then I will be, excuse me, I have hiccups for some reason. I will be making the rest of the PowerPoint, and right now I'm still just like it's very boring. Like I haven't added a lot of color or things like that. And it doesn't really help that I have Open Office instead of Word, so that I can make like a really, or instead of Microsoft PowerPoint, so that I could make something, very interesting. But I'll just have to mess around with it. I'm not really familiar with the PowerPoint equivalent on Open Office. But I'll mess around with it. I'll make it look good. And I'm just like so overwhelmed because I've been doing all this work um, for GRL up until now, and like the last week or 2 weeks, I've really just been like I'll go to work like in the morning, I'll usually take time for myself because I usually don't have like a long time before I go to work because I've been waking up at like 9 or 10. Um, or I've been going to like yesterday I went to an interview, the day before that I went to the doctor, the day before that I had like a conference for my other job online. So it's like either I'm doing something for work in the morning or I'm going somewhere for work in the morning or something like that. This is the first morning that I've actually woken up on my own and woken up before like 10 o'clock. And I think that it helps that yesterday I was like falling asleep at like 10:30. I also was having like a migraine yesterday, so I took some Excedrin before I went to sleep, and I was like, please let me go to sleep because like when I take Excedrin, I'm always like jumpy. I always get like caffeine, like craziness. And I forgot that I have Excedrin PM, which will help me fall asleep. And so I just took those instead, and I actually ended up passing out okay after my migraine started to go away. Um, Also, when I went to the doctor, since this is something that I'm going off subject on anyway, I actually found out that I don't have PCOS, which is fantastic. I don't have any cysts or anything wrong with my vagina, uterus, ovaries, any of that, which is very good at the same time that's disconcerting because I'm like, well, then why am I having all these issues with my womanly parts? And why am I having all these issues with weight loss because PCOS can inhibit your weight loss. And I have not recently, but in the past 3 or 4 years, I've tried a lot of dieting and exercise to try to get my weight to a different like proportion for my body height, and it just really hasn't worked out. Like, and lately, since I haven't really been doing anything, I've been like actually losing weight. The last diet that I went on was actually for Pesach, and it was to get rid of all carbs. And then when I got rid of all the carbs, then I started noticing that I was losing weight, and that has to do with PCOS because um, PCOS means you could be insulin resistant, and if you're insulin resistant, then that means that you shouldn't eat a lot of carbs because you'll get a lot of sugars that'll turn into fat right away instead of being digested um, or used in your metabolic process. And so I stopped eating carbs um, except for matzah, and then I was like, and then I feel like I lost weight, but I don't know. Like I'm gonna try to go on a low carb diet. They said that it's really good for you to go on a low carb diet if you're insulin resistant. I got tested for it. I don't know if you could see. You can see like right there the oops, the little red dot right there is like where they stab you, and I got tested for my hemoglobin, and it gives you a number over the last 3 months of what your hemoglobin's been, and it was 5.4, which I haven't looked up what it means, but 5.4 apparently is normal, and if it's normal, that means you probably don't have insulin resistance, that you don't have like this pre-diabetic condition. And so I'm really thankful for all of that. That's awesome. But at the same time, it doesn't really explain like why I haven't been losing weight, why I've been trying to lose weight and I haven't lost weight, why I went on a diet where I only ate 400 calories a day, did a lot of exercise, and still didn't lose weight. I mean, 400 calories is nothing. Like, even people that are skinny or not as fat as I am should not be eating only 400 calories a day. And so I thought that was really weird. And like the 400 calories was like a vegetable, a fruit, a 4 grams of some sort of lean meat, um, and then like a cracker. And that was like what I would eat all day. Um, and so I don't know. It was really weird that I didn't lose weight on that, especially. And I was doing a lot of gardening and I was, walking a lot. It was really bad that I didn't lose any weight on that. And plus, I had like a hormonal supplement, which means that I should have been losing weight even more. So whatever, I'm over it. Going back to the point that my goals for the next 30 days. So I hope to do this convention stuff, and then after convention, I hope to do a lot of VP alumni things that I really wanted to do. Um, that I just can't focus on right now. For example, trying to figure out where a budget may be so that I could buy things for alumni, so that alumni can actually have things. Um, like, not huge things like jackets or like sweater vests or something, but like, things that they're going to be able to use, like a keychain or like a bag, a tote bag or something. Well, actually, we're getting tote bags for convention, which is pretty awesome. Um, but something like that, so that we would be able to, give them something. I want to work on finalizing the packet that you get when you become alumni that says, "Hi, you're an alumni. This is what you get, and this is what you need." I'm also, I have something else that I just remembered that I have to do for convention that I'm going to do on the computer right now because it'll literally take me like an hour, half an hour, but it's so important that I get it done so that I can just go and like print those off, so that I don't have to worry about them when I get to when I get to convention, because I have free printing available now through my one job, and I won't have free printing starting tomorrow when that job is over for the summer. Um, I mean, I just have so many VP alumni goals. I have personal goals. I did actually end up getting some work assignments, so that means I that means I probably won't be able to do my hair the way I wanted to. I'll probably just cut it into a faux hawk, which sucks because I wanted to do like a mohawk thing. I might still do it. I have to decide by tomorrow what I'm gonna do. But because I did get assignments for Kaplan, I'm supposed to be like professional, and so if I have my hair like all cut weird, I don't know if they'll like that. I guess the other option is I could say that I already had my hair cut like that, and then I apologize that I had it like that, but I didn't assume that I was gonna get any kind of work positions. Um, but we'll see if anybody complains about that. Um, what else am I gonna do in the next 30 days? Um, I plan on applying for multiple jobs in the social justice area, like job sector. I've been applying for a lot already with the help of Jessica Pettit and just the help of websites and things that are open, for me to peruse. And it's just really hard. It's really hard to get involved into that kind of area here. So my friend Alex, who's in from out of town, he actually works with a lot of nonprofits, and he's trying to get into out and equal or equality now or something like that, whatever that group is called. And he's trying to get involved with that and a few other like LGBTQIA groups, and hopefully that'll help me out to get into a job area because he would be able to introduce me to all those people, which would be awesome. Okay. Let's just stick with that because then my next one is like my highs and lows of this month. I guess my lows would be me like being like I have PCOS and or uterine cancer or something because they're not going to give me my results. Um, and then my lows would also be not having enough money. Like I've been working this whole month, but I haven't gotten paid for the whole month yet. I'm getting paid tomorrow or today. Hold on. I should be getting paid today, so I'll check my bank account in a second. But just not having any money, and then the fact that I had to talk to my housemates about like, can you guys pay for me because I really don't have this money until like, you know, I get paid, and then also like I can't afford to pay, like looking at the utilities bill and stuff, like I can't afford to pay like a fraction of $500 a month because that means I'm paying $100 a month or more for utilities. Like, why am I why am I paying so much for utilities? Every time I've ever paid utilities, it's been like $50 or $20. I've never paid utilities that high, and that's not including, it's not including like our internet, and it's not including my actual rent. And my rent, because it doesn't include utilities, is super high. So like altogether, I think I pay like 850 or 900 a month just to stay here. And I don't really want to move because I hate moving, and I really like these people. But when it comes down to it, like I could be saving $200 a month by living in a room very similarly sized in another part of the city that's even maybe closer to downtown or whatever. So my first option is to try to find people to stay in the guest bedroom. And because my friend Alex is here, I've been able to get some money from him, like to eat and things. But we normally find somebody that stays in the guest bedroom, and they'll pay $470 a month, which will cover like some money from my gap. Because the fact that uh, like the gap, meaning like my room should be $600 a month instead of 700, because the other girl pays 700, and that's like not fair. That her room is like twice the size of mine. I much rather would have moved into that room and paid 700 for that room than 700 for this room. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. I'm running out of time, so um, Day 30, yay! Highs and lows for the month. I didn't really see any highs. I've had a lot of highs though, believe me. The lows were just minimal. The highs were all the rest of my life.